Welcome, movie lovers. Today, we're diving into the top 10 iconic movie scenes of all time. These unforgettable moments have not only defined cinema history, but have also left an everlasting impact on pop culture. From heart-stopping action to emotional moments that bring a tear to your eye, these scenes are the stuff of legends. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's explore the movie magic that has shaped the world of film. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on any of our incredible countdowns. We want to hear your thoughts, so make sure to drop a comment below telling us which iconic scene is your favorite. Now let's get started. Let's start with a scene from one of the most beloved movies of all time, The Godfather, 1972. One of the most iconic scenes is the opening sequence. The tension in that room, the quiet intensity of the characters, and the unforgettable line, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse," became synonymous with the movie. What's even more intriguing is that the scene was almost cut. It was the one that solidified the film's legacy as a masterpiece and made Marlon Brando's performance unforgettable. It's one of the most parodied moments in cinematic history. But did you know that Brando didn't memorize his lines for the scene? Instead, he used cue cards, which became one of his most famous moments on screen. The Godfather is filled with legendary moments, but this opening sets the tone for everything that follows. Next up, let's head to Titanic, 1997, where we find one of the most famous romantic moments in movie history. You know the scene I'm talking about. "I'm the king of the world." As Jack, Leonardo DiCaprio, stands at the bow of the ship, arms wide open, soaking in the beauty of the ocean. This moment has been immortalized in pop culture and was even recreated by fans around the world. But behind the scenes, there's an interesting secret. The scene was shot in a giant water tank on a soundstage, not at sea. The wind blowing through Leo's hair, it was all part of the magic of filmmaking. The energy and joy radiating from this scene made it one of the most recognized moments ever. Then there's the legendary Star Wars Episode IV: A New Hope, 1977, scene where Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, stands looking out at the twin suns setting on Tatooine. This moment is not only visually stunning, but emotionally significant as well. It's one of the moments that perfectly encapsulates the hero's journey. Luke's longing for something greater, something beyond his dusty home on Tatooine, was felt by audiences around the world. Interestingly, the two suns were created through special effects and film manipulation. What many don't know is that this simple yet powerful scene set the stage for a galaxy of iconic moments in the Star Wars franchise. Shifting gears to The Shawshank Redemption, 1994, one of the most emotionally charged and beloved films ever made. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what scene we're talking about. Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins, escaping through a narrow tunnel, crawling through the filth of the sewage pipes, and finally emerging into the rain with his arms raised high. It's a moment of triumph, freedom, and redemption that has resonated with generations of viewers. The image of Andy standing in the rain, arms stretched wide, became the symbol of hope and liberation. And here's an interesting tidbit. The rain used in the scene was real, but it was filmed during a heat wave, making it uncomfortably hot for the actors. The entire scene was about capturing the feeling of emotional release, and they nailed it. One scene that truly made history is from Jaws, 1975, directed by the legendary Steven Spielberg. Who could forget the shark attack scene when the boat captain, Quint, and the rest of the crew come face to face with the great white shark? It's a classic horror thriller moment, and what's fascinating is that the shark didn't work properly during filming. Due to technical issues with the mechanical shark, Spielberg was forced to shoot the film with the shark barely visible, which ended up making it more terrifying. The tension, the suspense, and the use of sound, those iconic notes, have made this scene one of the most chilling and influential in movie history. Spielberg turned a production challenge into an unforgettable cinematic moment. Now let's move to Forrest Gump, 1994, where Forrest, Tom Hanks, is sitting on a bench, recounting his life story to anyone who will listen. "Life is like a box of chocolates," he says. It's a simple line, but its power lies in its universal truth. Forrest's genuine innocence and his simple perspective on life turned this quote into a piece of film history. But here's something cool. The scene was filmed in Savannah, Georgia, and the bench Forrest sits on didn't exist in real life. It was added digitally. This heartfelt and iconic moment has become a cultural reference that transcends generations. And who could forget The Matrix, 1999, and the mind-bending bullet-dodging scene? Neo, Keanu Reeves, is faced with an oncoming bullet that appears to be traveling at lightning speed. The iconic moment where he leans back to avoid the bullet creating a visually stunning effect with time slowing down. Forever changed how we viewed action sequences. This slow-motion effect, called the bullet time effect, revolutionized cinema. It took months to perfect and was innovative for its time. What's even more mind-blowing is that Keanu Reeves learned martial arts for months just to be able to perform some of his own stunts in these iconic sequences. Let's jump back in time to Casablanca, 1942, one of the most romantic and timeless films in cinematic history. In the final scene, Rick, Humphrey Bogart, says the famous line, "Here's looking at you, kid," before parting ways with Ilsa, Ingrid Bergman. The scene is a heartbreaking farewell, but the amazing part is that Bogart's line was ad-libbed. He had no idea that it would become one of the most quoted lines in movie history. The emotion and the underlying sacrifice made this scene unforgettable, and one of the most iconic in Hollywood's golden age. Another unforgettable moment comes from The Dark Knight, 2008. In the scene where Heath Ledger's Joker is in the interrogation room with Batman, Christian Bale, the tension is unbearable. The Joker's twisted mind games and the psychological battle between good and evil become palpable. Ledger's performance in this film was groundbreaking, and his portrayal of the Joker earned him an Academy Award posthumously. This scene is both thrilling and haunting, and it elevated comic book movies to a whole new level of serious drama. The Joker's chaotic philosophy about the world changed the way villains are portrayed in cinema. Finally, no list would be complete without the ultimate lightsaber duel from Star Wars Episode V, The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. The scene where Luke Skywalker faces Darth Vader is one of the most emotionally charged and visually iconic moments in the entire franchise. The intense lightsaber battle, the revelations, and the iconic line, "No, I am your father," shook the world. It's a plot twist that redefined movie storytelling, and the emotional weight of the moment left audiences gasping in disbelief. And there you have it, movie buffs. These are just a few of the most iconic movie scenes that have become ingrained in our collective memories. Whether it's the action, the emotion, or the unexpected twists, these scenes continue to shape the world of cinema and remain timeless. Let us know in the comments, which one of these iconic scenes is your favorite? And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more cinematic wonders. Until next time, keep watching and keep dreaming.